Nice and slowly. Go ahead and open up your eyes. All right, let's go around. Mateo, how was that for you?
Great. Peaceful.
Yep.
Yeah.
May, how did you feel? How was it for you?
Oh, great. Floating around. Yeah, it feels like that. Yeah.
It feels like
Very
what?
nice. Floating around. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
James?
Yeah, very expansive and feel like rested.
Hmm. Yeah. Uh, Augustine, how was that for you? Oh, I think you're muted, or maybe your volume. I can't hear you. Try again. Try.
Maybe there.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay. It was interesting. It was really interesting. I came in with a little bit of resistance. Actually, this is my first time in
Yeah.
the session. There was a lot of resistance, but as the time went on, I was like feeling that attention that you were saying. So that was really interesting. And there's like I have my cats here. So all the time during the meditation and while you were speaking, so everything was like I was everywhere. So it was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. Good. That's good. That's what that's part of that kind of experience, right? Is that kind of oneness experience where you're not experiencing that separation. You're feeling one with the environment. That's good. Christine, how was that for you?
Yeah, it was great. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Good, good.
Yeah, it was lovely. Thank you,
You're welcome.
everyone.
Uh Ravi, I didn't ask you. How was that for you?
Oh, I was just waving goodbyes to the student. I was not asking you to pick me up. Well, no, that's okay. It was really good. I think actually what helped me was in the morning. I also watched your breath exercise uh, video,
Yeah.
right, while driving. So that kind of like was effective.
Oh yeah,
It,
even while
yeah,
driving? That's
yeah, so that is the different thing. I mean, I have done so many of these breath exercises earlier, but maybe it is a cumulative thing. But in the morning, distinctly, it is really effective. And on top of that, trying to do the same thing out here. Um, yeah, I think I felt some sort of a release from within, maybe around the navel area.
yeah.
Awareness. Kind of like it also came around sometimes actually in terms of like an almost like a gaseous release, like burps kind of a thing
Yep.
initially, but
Yep.
eventually that got cleared up.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't really know why I don't have the habit. Why they coming, right? So
It literally that release comes out in any any shape or form kind of
yeah.
thing. Yeah. So that's good. And that's why I said that's why it's funny because actually it was a video that I made a long time ago, but someone actually commented on a previous video asking for I don't know, how to master the mind and breathing techniques. So I had to just search in my videos and that one came up and I noticed I didn't post that one yet. So I shared it. So, but it is one of the most effective techniques that I actually, I was, I was doing it for quite a while, but just like, it's just, like I said, like intuitively, like no one taught me or anything like that. And, but I see, um, that it's very much like some of these like yogic
Yeah.
pranayama techniques and it works And that's why I explained how effective it is. So that really helps. And I use that as kind of like how we did today, is just it's this halfway. You see, slam you all the way back to the essence of what you are, but you see, it's just notice the sounds, notice this, and you're not ready for it. You're not anticipating anything, and that's when you experience it, because you come in with no expectations. It's like I trick you in a way. Yeah, let's just experience some emotions, and you go all the way to the source of what you are, right? So that's the most effective way for actually experiencing these emotions, because that's where like all that work is actually done on that level, you could say, just by being. It's the most powerful. That's where essentially all of those kind of habitual patterns, they're being purified by just if you're just resting as being for 1 minute, right? Even though it's timeless, but it's just that starts purifying a lot of these conditions, right? It's like there's like no amount of like, I don't know, therapy that could replace that. It's the most powerful, right? Because that's what you're basically experiencing. Is if you're experiencing no objects and you're just experiencing yourself, you're experiencing what they call samadhi. You're experiencing nirvikalpa samadhi without any objects. It's just you, right? And you just see, well, look how everything just all of a sudden now there's a world, right? Now there's a body, now there's mind. But if you may have, I don't know, you guys can show from a show of hands, was there a point in that meditation where you weren't experiencing a mind or a body or a world? Anyone? Were we all experiencing? Okay, yeah. If you weren't experiencing a mind body world, what were you experiencing?
I was just experiencing peace. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
I was experiencing peace.
Yeah.
Are you sure that peace was
Yeah,
something separate from you?
no,
No.
no. It's just this thing with words,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
So the peace is
But
not objective, right? The peace is actually inherent to the subject. Without any
yeah,
objects, you just told me there's no objects. There's no mind, there's no body, there's no world. But there was clearly you, right?
yeah,
You didn't disappear, did you? Who you think you
yeah,
Mateo disappeared, that's for sure. Mateo might have disappeared as soon as we started talking about coming down into the heart and relaxing into the chest. Maybe Mateo disappeared at that point, right? So,
yeah.
so you see that this character, how can it really be you if it disappears so quickly like that? So when you refer to I, it's not I as Mateo, it's actually I as that which I call awareness or experiencing or knowingness. Notice how that's why I say you can't turn it off. Turn off that knowingness, turn off that pure experiencing. See, you said that you were experiencing peace. Notice how the experiencing was still present. You can't turn off experiencing. Sure, you weren't experiencing objects, but you were experiencing no thing. Yet there was peace. So that peace is not coming from an object. That peace is inherent to what you are. The peace was experiencing peace. That's another way you can say it. If there's no you and peace, and there's just peace, that's you. And you existing without a mind or a body or a world, you're deathless. Because the disappearance of the mind, body, world is what everyone calls death. The fact that you still exist without mind, body, world is your proof. That you are free from the mind, the body, the world already. It disappeared. Yet you didn't disappear. There's an eyes that open, there's a body, there's a world. All of a sudden, slowly come back to the meditation, or come back, open your eyes from the meditation, and look, everything's here. But look how everything just disappeared in a 20-minute meditation or however long that was. Right? Quite the magic trick. Notice how you weren't experiencing problems. There's no financial problems there. You said there's peace. You didn't mention peace with a little bit of insecurity and brokenness. There's no healing going on, trying to heal your way to be complete. No, what you were, it felt complete, did it not? It didn't feel broken in any way. It didn't feel incomplete. You didn't feel like a work in progress. No, that's you are already whole, complete, fulfilled. You didn't feel like you lack something. You didn't say like, this piece is nice, but you know what? I'm kind of hungry right now. Maybe this piece with a side of fries. You didn't say that. Right? There's this fullness. It's emptiness, but it's fullness simultaneously. Was it not?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So that's you. You are the proof. It's only it's self-confirming. It's self-confirming. No objects around. There's no people. It's not like there was a person there with you. You didn't have to like phone a friend. Hey, is this me? Can you come here and look at this nothingness with me and confirm that I am that? No. That I that remains is the confirmation. Clearly, this I, there was this I that's experiencing peace, but the peace is not separate from the I. I equals peace. I equals experiencing. But this I doesn't announce itself like the I that you're used to. The I, Mateo, with the problems. I, Mateo, that's, got to go to work. Or that's that one that's noisy. And it like announces itself. It stands up, raises its hand. But notice how that the other I, the true I, it's silent. Right? It's like letting this false I stand up, pretend it to be you. It's like it's like seeing it as like almost like it's just doing some childish stuff. And it's so unthreatened from that activity that it's just like, just let it do its thing. It's always here. You see, it wasn't bruised or scraped or tarnished in any way. It's always pristine. It's perfect peace. That's you. That's what I mean when I say be yourself. That's what I say is on these meetings, this guidance, it's about living as that. You come to realize that's what you are, and then that's why I say be yourself. Be that. I'm not saying be yourself like Mateo. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, be yourself. Be that which you just experienced. You just experienced yourself, and I'm saying, well, be that. See, that's not threatened. That's not insecure. Did it feel insecure?
No.
Totally naked, but it definitely wasn't insecure. It wasn't like, oh, I don't know. I'm kind of self-conscious about my beard and my haircut today. It's not that. Right? It's full. That's where that generosity comes from. It's so full. It doesn't feel like it's gonna run out. It doesn't feel like it's gonna dry up. That peace that you're feeling didn't feel like you had like limited quantity of it, did it?
No.
Didn't feel like it was gonna run out. How someone says, oh, I don't know, my glass of wine's running out. Like, I'm gonna kind of, slow down and really savor this and make it last. Because when this wine runs out, my peace is gonna run out. I might go back to being that angry person I'm usually. So that's what I mean. So when you're actually experiencing yourself like that, you're unaffected by anything, in the sense of all of that is appearances. Those appearances, they're not touching that. They're not touching you. And see that you've always been this. You might have had the most difficult life. Experienced the most difficult childhood and failure after failure. Notice how that what you just experienced didn't feel like a failure. Didn't feel broken, didn't feel hurt. it hasn't been affected by anything that you've experienced thus far. The experiences are just coming and going. They're like clouds in the sky. They're just appearances passing by. But that which you are experiencing is much like the sky. It's not touched by the weather. It's not getting shocked by lightning or wet by the rain. It's always just remaining in its pristine condition. And notice how that, what you were experiencing, was not resisting anything. Did it feel like it was trying to exclude anything, resist anything, reject anything? Or did it just feel like it was wide open, infinitely wide open?
Yeah, at first there was a little resistance,
Yeah.
but then it all vanished. Like,
Right.
yeah.
What's aware of that resistance? Notice you just said there was a resistance. I was aware of the resistance. The I was aware of the resistance. But the I, was that I actually resistance?
No.
No. That's what I'm pointing to. That's what you are. Any resistance is not what you are. That resistance is coming from the resistance of the mind. Oh, I don't want to be myself. I don't know about this. I mean, this is kind of unfamiliar. He's taking me on a journey back to myself. Maybe, Mitch, come on, give me a brochure or something. I'd like to see where I'm going. That's that thing that wants to know. It wants to know about. But see how you just, there came to be a point where you just left that thing behind, didn't you? Yeah. That's why the mind can't know what you are. You know what the mind is, for sure. That's all you guys ever talk about is the mind. And I'm somehow always talking about what we are, even though it's indescribable, unspeakable, yet this apparent person keeps on clowning around like this, trying to speak about infinity, using clumsy words. But it's fun. It's that too, it's fun. Right? So that's why you come, is for that to continue. It's not just an experience. You continue experiencing yourself. And there gets to be this point where you say, I can't experience anything other than myself. Like I said, it's on 24/7. It's ever present. You have to prove to me when you're not yourself. I'm just showing you what you already are. You have to prove to me when you're not yourself. I'm showing you that you're already free. You have to prove to me that you're not free. You have to prove to me that you're broken, that you're incomplete, that you're lacking something, that you're missing something. Notice how you can't prove that, any of that stuff that I mentioned. So why believe it? Why believe those stories? You just had the direct experience of yourself. That means nothing? Why is there more loyalty to a story than what you actually are? Why are you devoted to the mind more than what you actually are? This is what you fall in love with. This is why you keep coming. You ever wonder why you keep coming back? I'm literally giving you nothing. May? Yeah, go ahead.
Can you check? Is it possible for us to access this session again, as in to download this session? I mean, I hope to go through that same
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
meditation.
Yeah, I usually just cut, like, I'll cut the meditation, or maybe, I don't know, maybe there's
All right.
questions. I'll chop it up as the 3 questions in the meditation. I'll share it with the link. I'll post it, and you can rewatch it or just
Thanks.
re-listen to it. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. But that's good. Anybody else have any questions? We can try and wrap it up. Oh, Sean. Sean, are you here? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you are
Sorry,
here.
I
Oh,
just got back. So
oh, I forget when I let you on here. Did you do the meditation with us?
no. I didn't.
Okay, so it was after that. Okay. Well, there you go. I'll see if I can upload it tomorrow at some point. Now you can redo it. Tune in.
Bad timing though. We're done.
That's all right. That's all right. Do you have any you want to ask the last answer or the last question here? If you have a question.
Does nobody else?
I think I dissolved all these questions from these guys. That's how you know it's a good meditation, when there's no questions. And the only question that arises after is, can I get the recording? It's a good meditation.
Yeah, I don't think anything's coming to me.
Perfect. I mean, I love the questions, but I love the silence a little bit more. All right, guys, let's end it here.